So Pinterest is one of my favorite platforms for research, and first and foremost, there's so many images on there that you can access, but also it's really easy to create boards that you can either make public and share with other artisans, or perhaps you want to keep it secret, and then you can start collecting inspiration ideas from there. So there's a couple of ways that you can use this. Of course, you can use this research as well to research ideas for product images, and you can create different boards which make sense to you. But today we're going to be looking at photo ideas for you for portraits. Now, I've already created a board here, but what you would do is if you jump onto Pinterest, it's really easy to create an account. It's a fantastic tool if you haven't already dabbled in it. But what we want to do, if you want to start searching, we can just literally click on here to search. And from here, we're going to write artist profile picture ideas. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring up a whole heap of different options that you can go with. Now, one of the tools that I use, methods that I use when it comes to research, is to just go through really quickly and have a look at very quickly what kind of takes your attention. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go, oh, I like this one. I'm going to save it and I'm going to put it into where have we got? Artist profile picture ideas. But I'm just going to go through really quickly and save onto those. You can see are the ones that I've already actually saved. But go through really quickly and just on your first instinct, right? Start saving those images. Now, what you want to do from there is if I go through to my saved boards, which I can see here, through my save boards here. Now, if I go into this one, artist profile picture. Now, I'm going to share this board with you as well. We've got over 140 different pins in there of ideas for images for your profile pictures. But there's a few key things that we can start doing from here. So at a first glance, you'll start to get a feel for which are the ones that you really love. And from here, when we come into this organize tool here, if I just click through, it means that you can start to reorder. So you can start to sort of put out the ones that you really like and maybe put those to the top. Because what we're going to do after this is once you've got an idea for what you want to create, we start looking for the key elements that you might want to replicate. So I'll just go back out of here. Now, actually, let's go into this and I'll do this. Let's get a few that I'm going to put up the top. I'm going to go here. I'm going to play with some that I love. Yep, some that I love here. And we'll just keep going through. And you want to do this kind of quickly because the idea is that you just want to let that initial instinct really work for you about what you like. Now, I've put a few in there in order, so let's just go back and have a look. Now, when we start to have a look at these top ones that I've selected here, you can start breaking down and looking for any of the patterns that you might see in the type of photos that you've automatically been attracted to. Because I really want you to trust the fact that whatever you're doing on socials, when you're sharing what you like, there's a really good chance that other people are going to like it. Now, to add on to that though as well, is to say that you want to also put time into this creative area and go, how can I elevate and how can I evolve what I'm doing? So let's say if you've always done it one particular way in your product imageries and in your personal bio shot, this is an opportunity to explore and get a little bit creative and try something new. Now, if I just sort of glance along here at probably most of the images that I've chosen here, there's a few things that I know are consistent in all these images. They're very bright. And when I say bright, I mean that the lighting is very crisp and light. And you can see that they've got that light that comes onto their faces. Now, there's additional videos coming up where it talks to you about lighting and angles and all of the things, but you can see here, and you'll start to see this as we go on. If I click on here, you can actually see where the light comes in. So you can see at this point here, see how it's a little bit darker on her face on this side and brighter on this side. So there's a really good chance here that you might be able to create something similar by standing beside a window and literally having that side light come in. Watch ahead for that lighting video. It's really going to help you with this. But in here, if I'm going to go back again, and again, there's kind of a few different elements that we can look at. First of all, it's the composition. So when we talk about the composition, is the image up close? Is it further away? Is it full length? Is the subject holding something? Are they doing something? All of those things will give you the clues for what you might like as a general for your portrait photo. So in these ones here, really interestingly, a lot of them are wearing a peach top, and maybe it's because I'm wearing that color today that I'm feeling attracted to it. But I've kind of naturally gravitated towards that. And so then it's like, oh, well, maybe that's a really good color that I could try wearing that day. Now, when we start to have a look as well, the other thing that I'm noticing for me is that in most of these photos, the props are quite like kept to a minimum, I would say. So we can see in this one here where she's carrying a laptop. And so that might be an idea where if you've got a laptop, or perhaps you've got an instrument or a tool, or maybe one of your products, that you might just like to be holding one of them. Now, this is dependent on what you come up with. Your style might be more eclectic. You might like something, say like this one here. We've got multiple ones in here where the person is actually in their craft, right? They're doing the craft. If we look at this one here, you've got, if I can click onto her, you can see that she's got all of her tools, but also her products around her. Now, I know that these are professional photos, and I know that they may seem daunting when you kind of look at them and go, oh, I don't know whether you can do it. But break it down. The more that you can break it down, the more that you'll be able to create something that's suited to you. Because remember, this isn't about copying the image. It's about using it as inspiration so that you can gain new ideas for what might work for you. So when we look at here, again, you can see where the light is coming in on the side there. She's got all of her items there. And again, look ahead in the videos, but this is a portrait mode where she's gone into portrait mode on her phone where she's really in focus, but the rest is a little bit blurred out. And that might be something that works for you. So within this idea of research, all we want to do is really gain ideas for how we might be able to replicate something similar. I mean, this one here, like if we look at this shot here, I love this shot, and this is a really classic artist shot. You know, if you're someone who's doing paintings, or you can literally have something hanging behind you, seated in front of the artwork, perhaps with your pet with you in the shot, that might make you feel comfortable. But that's a great shot that you can absolutely get in your own way and have fun with it and get creative. So if you haven't jumped over to Pinterest already, jump on in, start pinning those pictures that you like, and share as well. And I'm going to pop that link down below for that artisan profile picture board so that you can see the ones that we've pinned as well. And maybe there's someone there that you would like to pin and gain inspiration from as well. So have fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you create.